Welcome. Find yourself the most comfortable seat you can. And that might mean, physically rocking back and forth, or it might mean adjusting if your legs are crossed. Maybe you want to uncross them. If sitting isn't right for you today, maybe you lie down or you sit on a mat, or maybe you scooch back so that the base of your back, the lower part of the back is supported. Do whatever you can to be as comfortable as possible. There's no sense in trying to meditate and do breath work in a position that you feel tension and stress in your body. And we'll start with just some super gentle movements. We'll do some breath work, we'll do some meditation, and you're welcome to do as much or as little as you like. You've already done the hardest part, which is showing up. So you might want to start with a little twist, really easy, thinking about the lower back, the mid back, and then the neck, looking to see something new. And making sure that the breath doesn't become belabored or that we're not holding the breath. Sometimes when we go too far into a stretch, the reaction is, oh, this is hard, I'll hold my breath. And if that happens, just come out of it a little bit. Be a little more relaxed, be a little more easeful, a little more gentle with the body. And then we'll twist to the other side again, thinking about the low back, the mid back, dropping one shoulder back, bringing the other shoulder forward, and then twisting the neck, looking over the opposite shoulder, and finding the breath here. And again, if you're feeling the shoulders creep up, or if the breath becomes more strained or stops altogether, just come out of it a little bit. Find a place that is right in between the effort and the ease, leaning more towards the ease. And we'll come back to center, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, taking a big breath in and letting it out as you drop the shoulders. Maybe with an audible exhale, again, inhaling the shoulders up to the ears, intentionally building a little bit of tension here, and then letting it all go with an audible exhale. And then one more in your own time, really letting it all out. And then maybe a few gentle neck circles. Bring the chin to the chest, ear to the shoulder, looking up towards the ceiling, ear to the other shoulder. And then when you get back to where you started, going the opposite direction, nice and slow, gentle, easy. And when you get back to chin to the chest, we'll round the shoulders like a Halloween cat, and then arch the spine, looking up towards the ceiling in our cow pose, matching the breath to the movement, keeping it slow, keeping it easy, keeping it gentle. And then one more like this. And coming back to your nice tall spine, opening and closing the fingers or interlacing the fingers and rolling the wrists if that feels good. Or maybe squeezing the hands together and then letting them go, making big fists and finding the space between. And if there's any other movement that would feel good in your body, that would help bring your body into an equilibrium where you feel like you can rest and be still for a while, now is a great time to do that. So maybe some hip circles, or maybe stretching out the legs, or pointing and flexing the toes. Maybe it's more in the neck because that's where you feel tension today. Or you're going to open up the chest because that feels really good. Or maybe you're ready to be still. And that's fine too. When you're ready, you can close your eyes if that feels good. And if not, just lower the gaze. Find a drishti, a point of focus, one spot that you can let all of the many distractions around you just kind of fade into the background. Allow gravity to work on your body. Allow everything to feel really heavy. Let your hips sink into what's beneath you. Let your hands rest nice and gently, either on the lap or on the chair, on the ground. Slacken the jaw, maybe moving left and right or chewing like a camel. And maybe this would be a good place for a yawn. I'll invite you to come to the breath, noticing where it is and noticing if it's deep or shallow without changing it. And this can be really tough. Sometimes as soon as we notice the breath, we immediately go for a bigger breath, a deeper breath, a longer breath. But see if you can observe without changing things. See if you can notice right around your nostrils where the breath comes in and comes out. Very easy in, cool air, filling the sinuses, coming down into the lungs, and out warm air. If you have an intention you'd like to set for your practice, now is the perfect time to do that. So maybe you're working on self-compassion, being enough, not striving. And maybe your mantra becomes, I am self-compassionate. Maybe your mind is super busy and you're always thinking of 100 things and it feels very frantic. Maybe your mantra becomes, I am relaxed. I am calm. Whatever it is, send it out to the universe in present tense as if it has already happened. Maybe repeating it a couple times, either out loud or silently to yourself. Let the universe help conspire to make it so. The more we repeat these things, the more we say nice things about ourselves. I am kind. I am compassionate. I am enough. I am strong. The more we can rewire some of that really ugly self-talk that we are all guilty of finding the lack. And rather we focus on all of the good qualities we already have, all of the wonderful things we're already doing, all of the great relationships we've already cultivated. I invite you to join me in some box breathing. You might already be familiar with this breathing pattern. We'll inhale for 4 or 5 seconds and then hold the breath at the top for 4 or 5 seconds. Exhaling slowly, deliberately for the same amount of time, and then holding the breath out. And you can work at your own pace. You can count as quickly or as slowly as feels good in your body. And if the breath holds at the top and the bottom feel like they're too much, maybe you shorten the sides of your box. Or maybe it becomes more of a rectangle where you hold the breath just as long as feels good to you, and then do your exhale, holding the breath out just for a shorter amount of time. Again, keep it easy, make it light. make it fun, make it joyful. This is not a chore. This is a gift to your nervous system. This is a gift to your busy, busy mind. When we give the mind something mundane and concrete to do, like counting, it often doesn't have extra capacity for negative self talk. It doesn't have extra capacity for worry or for rumination. And we can stay more clearly focused in the present moment. Inhaling and holding the breath at the top. Exhaling and holding the breath at the bottom. Carry on like this in your own pace, in your own time for the next couple minutes, and I'll call you back. If you get distracted, no worries, just jump back in. Take your time, there's no rush. We'll do one more round of breath. And when you're finished, just sit with it. Let the breathing return to normal. No control, no deliberate lengthening or retention. Just, again, nice and easy through the nose. Feeling the breath gently come in, cool into the nostrils, into the sinuses, into the lungs, and then warm through the sinuses, out the nose, back into the room. And then check in with how you feel. What emotions are present? And it might be something very strong and very clear, and you can say, yes, this is how I'm feeling. Or it might be something much more subtle. It might be harder to name. It might be, I feel a little bit better than neutral, or I feel a little bit more agitated than neutral, and that's fine too. Or maybe you're not sure what you're feeling. That's okay. Our heartbeat, pace of breathing, whether we're warm or cold, these can all play factors, little clues into what emotion is in your body. And our emotions are simply messages. They are hormones and chemicals that can be very useful, especially if there is something that is very attractive or very repelling, something that is dangerous or something that is safe. But other times our emotions remind us of something in our past, or they make us worry about something in the future, and they aren't really based on facts. So it's nice to check in and say, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Is that true? Sometimes the answer will be yes, and sometimes the answer might be no. And then we can use our tools to redirect the brain, redirect the signals, and come back to a place of homeostasis. Join me in some ladder breathing. We'll increase by one count up until you feel, oh, that's good. I have air hunger. This is as much as I can do. And then we'll go back down. So inhaling for 2, and exhale. Inhaling for 3, and exhale. And so on. 4, and out. And then see where you get. Maybe you get to 8, 9, 10 seconds, and then you just come right back down the ladder. 9, 8, 7 seconds, back down to 2, and then climb the ladder again. There is no prize for the tallest ladder or the fastest climb. We're simply giving the monkey mind something concrete to focus on. Filling the lungs and emptying the lungs. Counting up and counting back. Take your time, make it enjoyable. And if this breathing pattern doesn't work for you, then just come back to watching the belly, watching the chest, watching the nostrils. Inhale, I am inhaling, and exhale, I am exhaling. I'll call you back in a couple minutes. Wherever you are, finish this next exhale. Let the counting go, let the ladder breathing go. Come back into your body. Let the breath return to normal. In and out through the nose where you can. Letting gravity do its work. Maybe the shoulders have crept up, allow them to come down. Maybe you're holding tension in the hands or the jaw or the hips, and you can very mindfully adjust, move, change your posture so that you feel a tiny bit more comfortable. Check in with your heart, breathing into the heart space. And checking in with your emotions. How are you feeling now? And there's no right or wrong answer to this. The important part is acknowledging, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Is that true? Because the brain can make up great stories. It wants a reason for everything. It wants something that might not even be logical, but in your monkey mind is plausible. And sometimes it defaults to not the nicest reasons. Is that true? Is that really true? Is there evidence for that being true? And often things are more malevolent, more kind, more neutral than the monkey mind wants them to be. We'll end with a body scan starting at the top of the head. Right eyebrow and left eyebrow. Upper lip and the bottom lip. Right ear and the left ear. The chin and the neck. The back of the neck and the right shoulder. The left shoulder. The right upper arm and the left upper arm. The right elbow and the left elbow. The right lower arm and the left lower arm. The right wrist and the left wrist. The right hand and the left hand. All of the fingers on the right and on the left. Bringing the attention to the sternum, the heart center, the upper belly, and the lower belly. Taking a deep breath into the belly and letting it all go. Bringing the attention to the right hip and the left hip, the right thigh and the left thigh, the right hamstring and the left hamstring, the right knee and the left knee, the right shin and the left, the right calf muscle and the left calf muscle, the right ankle and the left ankle, the right heel and the left heel, the right arch of the foot and the left arch, the top of the right foot, the top of the left foot, and all of the toes on the right side and the left side. And then feel your whole body, feel gravity working on you, feel heavy, feel calm, feel in control. Maybe you bring back that intention if you set one at the beginning of our time together and repeat it to yourself. I am kind, I am relaxed, I am self-compassionate, or whatever else came to mind. And then when you're ready, taking your time, there is no rush. You can open your eyes if they're closed. Thanks for practicing with me today.